Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Nobody's safe from the violence of Black women. I mean, we getting these stories pretty much every day. I'm going to jump right into it. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to read you this article. Okay, hopefully you can see it. Nursing home workers arrested after being caught beating residents. Two nursing home workers in Florida have been arrested after police say surveillance footage showed the employees whipping an elderly resident. These are the two. I mean, just the average hyena. According to the Nursing Home Abuse Justice Organization, nursing home abuse affects thousands of families every year. In 2020 alone, over 15,000 complaints filed with the Nursing Home Ombudsman were about abuse or neglect. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Amanda Sini issued a press release on Tuesday about the incident. The employees, 21-year-old Rosa Edwards and 29-year-old Anisha Hall, have been arrested and charged with 2 counts of battery on a person 65 years of age or older. The pair have also been suspended from work pending official termination. The alleged incident between the 2 suspects and an elderly resident took place on March the 12th at the Inspired Living at Ivy Ridge Assisted Living Facility located at 7179 40th Avenue North in unincorporated St. Petersburg. Surveillance footage showed the 2 women allegedly whipping an elderly male resident with a lanyard and laughing, which resulted in a further altercation. They would be beating a man. At the time, the elderly resident was pushing a female resident in her wheelchair. Edwards and Hall proceeded to grab the male resident and take him to the ground as he continued to hold on to the wheelchair, causing it to fall sideways with the female resident in it. Both Edwards and Hall then ran away from the area of the incident and out of view of the camera, leaving both elderly residents laying on the ground. According to deputies, Hall and Edwards reported the incident to their co-worker. However, they stated that the male resident battered the female resident and they were not involved. This deputies located Hall and Edwards, and while Edwards was interviewed, she admitted to using excessive force when dealing with the incident and stated that they should have handled it differently. Neither resident involved in the incident sustained any injuries. In 2018, National Center for Victims of Crime report states that people living in nursing homes are vulnerable to various forms of abuse by staff and other residents alike. Of those abused, 29% experience physical abuse, 22% resident-on-resident abuse, physical or sexual, 21% psychological, 14% gross neglect, 7% sexual, and another 7% experience financial exploitation. To caveat this date, the charity added, like all other crimes, though, not every case of nursing home abuse gets reported, and researchers are trying to determine exact figures. This is further complicated because some seniors may be unwilling or unable to report their experiences. We're going to stop sharing. The reason why I wanted to point this out is because Black women are on a tear, and they've been on this tear for quite some time. The violence level of Black women has long been ignored and therefore accepted by silence. Ignoring the violent tendencies of a lot of these hyenas out here has emboldened them to be more and more violent. See, they did what they did, and then when the story says they ran off camera, they was running and laughing and giggling. They thought that was funny. They thought it was funny to beat on an elderly man, unable to defend himself, who knows what the state of his mental state is and things of that nature, or even if he knew what was really happening to him. We don't know his state. But what we do know is that he's elderly. He's living in a nursing home. That means he needs help He needs assistance in his living. And instead of helping, instead of going into these professions to help, they actually go into these professions uh, in order to exert control, in order to abuse, in order to take out frustration on those who are unable to retaliate. So they'll go to schools and they will go to daycares and like beat on kids, and especially children that are too small to tell it. Or they will go into nursing, they will go into nursing homes, they'll go into these professions where you would think that you went into that profession because you wanted to be nurturing, but not really, because you don't have a nurturing spirit. You went into the profession because it's easy money, it was something simple that you could do. But you're so mean spirited, you so much on demon time that you're also looking for a place to let out your aggression, to let out your violence in a way that you perceive doesn't have any consequences or much consequences. Now you are working in an assisted living, a nursing home. You know that there are cameras in the common area. At least at minimum, there are cameras in the common areas, there are cameras in the halls and things of that nature, at minimum. So why did you think that it was okay to run up on an elderly man, whip him with some type of lanyard, some type of string or whatever it is that you had in your hand, take him down to the ground, so you really getting at him? He was trying to hold on to the wheelchair because he's pushing um a person who lives there, another resident, in her wheelchair. They both topple over. And then once that happens, like two little bully kids on a playground, y'all run and snicker and run. I mean, y'all are like 10 years old in the mind. Like you all have not progressed beyond a 10, 11, or 12-year-old in school that was bullying kids at recess. This is what these hyenas are doing. Y'all are supposed to be grown women. You go to work, you get your paycheck, but this is what you do. This is what you find to do when you're bored at work instead of doing your job. Instead of seeing to them, instead of seeing to these people, you went and got a job that meant that you were supposed to be nurturing people. Nursing jobs, no matter how low or high you are on the nursing totem pole, because we know that there's levels to nursing, right? So you got the little nursing assistants, you got the little CNAs and stuff like that. And then you have like RNs and things of that nature, take more education in order to become that. And you would think that you would get into these professions because you care. These are professions that require a lot of patience on your part. When you're dealing with people that aren't very mobile, that may not have all of their faculties, whether those faculties are mental or physical, and they are dependent on you to assist them in what we take for granted as basic day-to-day things, that takes a lot of patience. And it really takes good character to deal with these people, because it can be tiring. Taking care of sick people tests you. It's not easy to take care of sick people because they need help in ways that people who aren't sick take for granted. And then they constantly need that help. It's not one or two times. It depending on what's going on, these people need that help consistently. And if they have mental lapses or any type of mental issue, they may be difficult to deal with in one way or another. Like a lot of Alzheimer's patients are difficult to deal with simply because they don't remember what's going on. Sometimes they don't remember who you are. And especially as it progresses, they start losing motor skills. And y'all go into these professions to beat on people and laugh and bully them. because your life hard, because you're miserable, because you're on demon time. So nobody's safe from this violence that y'all do. And y'all are everywhere with it. Y'all are in stores, y'all are in fast food places, y'all are doing it while y'all are on the clock at work, in hospitals and different facilities. Like y'all are just on a rampage. And then you want somebody to cater to you and coddle you and, speak, oh, Black women are wonderful. And some Black women are wonderful. There are some wonderful, awesome Black women, but it's so many more that are awful that do this type of thing, and I don't think anything of it. We have to continue to speak on this type of thing and bring it to the forefront because it can't be hidden anymore. It's been so detrimental to our community, and it has served the demise of our community that we can't coddle it. Like we can't coddle it. We've done that already. We tried to talk soft. We tried to speak life. We tried to poo-poo and pet and tutu and yes, sister girl. We tried to sister girl you, and that didn't work. So now we have to be frank and be very straightforward and be very aggressive about what we say. And maybe some of you will get the message. Many of you won't, but the message has to be stated. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. The next thing I want to bring to everybody's attention is the fact that you can go to crimsoncure.com and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine. It is on sale now. The link to my website, crimsoncure.com, and to Amazon is in the description box. So get your copy today. We do ship internationally to the UK and to Canada. So if you are in either of those places, please feel free to go to crimsoncure.com and order your copy. All right. Also jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hello, my Crimsonites and all of my supporters. I invite you to go and get your copy of my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale now at crimsoncure.com. This is guaranteed to change your perspective and positively impact your life. So go ahead now to crimsoncure.com and get your copy today.